Happy fucking Valentine's Day. We've got Hillary Novell and Diggy Moreland in to help us discuss whether Valentine's Day is overrated. And we're going to play our game Conversation Hearts. And we are going to, drink our little nightcap here with the Apothic Crush tonight on It's Complicated.
You're listening to It's Complicated with your hosts Jennifer Golden and Lauren Leonelli, coming to you live from the AfterBuzz TV studios in Los Angeles, California.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of It's Complicated.
The struggle is real when you're dating in the city.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Lauren. And tonight we are going to get shot by Cupid's arrow with Diggy Moreland and Hillary Novell. So excited.
Yes, you guys might know Diggy just from that little show, The Bachelorette, when he was on season 13 and season 4 of Bachelor in Paradise. Originally from Illinois, Diggy attended the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Is that Champaign?
I'm sorry.
I
Sounds like a college I want to go to.
Right, it's called Champaign, I think. So unless you pronounce it.
My high school was
Champagne.
Cappuccino. High school.
Oh, it was actually. So he got degrees in accountancy and Spanish, yet couldn't resist his love of fashion and created the fashion lifestyle blog morethanattie.com, where he offers advice on fashion, lifestyle, all kinds of things. He tells it to you. You need his help, so we're going to talk more about that. And he also enjoys making people laugh, working out, and has a sweet tooth.
Well, that's great because we have a little gift for him. And Hillary is also extremely fashionable as well. Shark Tank lovers and viewers might remember her from the November 2016 appearance where she kind of got Mark Cuban to give her $500,000. So no big deal. For her company, the Style Club. And she is the founder and designer of that company, and she currently has collections at various retail chains like Forever 21, just saw some the other day, PacSun, Macy's, and a new collab with Lou and Grey. Very exciting. She is also the woman behind the Girl Power tees that have just been recently rocked at the Women's March, and she went to Columbia University, so also no big deal, and she lives in New York still. And she... it was a designer spokesperson for Levi's Jeans, a former producer, content creator for the #1 style channel on YouTube, Style Hall, and has created campaigns for major brands like Teen Vogue, 17, Steve Madden, Kitson, Betsy Johnson, and more. I did that all with one breath of air, everybody.
Well, guys, he was one of many fish in the sea, and the Bachelorette Sea, that is. And she won the affection of Mark Cuban on Shark Tank for her fashion line, The Style Club.
Welcome to the show, Hillary and Diggy. Woo!
Hi, guys.
Welcome. Drink your drink.
Welcome to the special 3-on-1 Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
date.
it's our Valentine's, and
Cheers.
also cheers. We got you guys chocolate.
Yeah.
Yay.
I see. I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Because we
Yeah.
just thought
So
it was a
sweet.
nice.
And
It is
Russell
sweet.
Stover, so you know it's good.
I know.
It's the OG chocolate.
It's the
That's
OG.
why I was, I just felt like
And life is like a box of chocolates, so is dating. So,
you
just-
never know what you're gonna get. Guys.
100%.
You
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna get. And we're drinking our drink right now.
but we need to talk.
Yeah, we're
We need
drinking our nightcap. It's the Apothic Red Wine Crush. Here, we thought it was appropriate. We're pairing it with the box of chocolates because you never know what you're going to get. And also, after you have a couple sips of this, we also don't know what we're going to get. So just keep drinking up, and we need to talk.
Yeah, that's so fun to hear when you're like in front of somebody and they're like, we need to talk.
Yeah, does that like already make your skin crawl?
It kind of does.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
at least
good. That's
for
the
me.
point.
About Hillary.
Yeah.
Because guess what, guys? Our listeners confront us every week with questions. And this week we have one that comes from Jake from Austin, Texas. So we need you guys to help him.
Okay.
Help us, help him.
Ooh.
So he asks this question, and we want to know what you guys think. If I've gone on 2 dates with someone, how do I approach Valentine's Day because we're not in a relationship yet?
Well, how much does he like her?
I mean, we don't know how much he likes her. We're just like gonna assume that he likes her to go on date number 3.
Yeah, because you can answer it from either perspective.
Yeah,
like
whatever,
let's
yeah.
say he wants to tap out and he's like, it's kind of awkward because it's right before Valentine's Day, or he wants to go on date 3. Like, does he have to address Valentine's Day? What's he do?
What do you do?
Ooh. What do you do?
Okay, so here's my thing. I got 2 takes. If he really likes her, going on a date on the 14th, too much pressure. So you can't do anything. I think you acknowledge it slightly by like doing something where you send her flowers or something like that, and you do something on like the 13th, or you do something on the 15th or after.
What do you just say? You're busy that night?
Well, no, it's just like hey, like you could say something like along the lines like, hey, I'm really like excited to like see where this goes, or something like that. Something that shows that you acknowledge
Totally
the day,
agree.
but do not feel like too much pressure. Because the worst thing about it is you're gonna go out to a restaurant or whatever you're gonna do. Everybody around you
Yeah.
is gonna be celebrating that, and it's gonna be so much pressure.
So much. I completely agree. I don't know how this guy feels, Jake from Austin, Texas, but I feel like you have to sort of acknowledge it if you're interested to go on date number 3.
Well, but then it also sounds like you're kind of playing games, because if you really like her, right, then why are you beating around the bush? Also, it depends on how old he is too, right?
Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah,
he
sure.
ready to marry her? Because if he's ready to marry her, he should show up with roses.
Well, right. I mean,
after
listen,
2 dates,
if
who
he-
knows?
If
Or
he is,
or any other flower.
if he is asking, yeah, right. You're like, no fucking roses, please. If he
You over the roses? Yeah, well.
If he is asking this question, I'm assuming he wants to go out on date number 3. So let's assume he likes
Yeah.
her at a normal level after 2 dates. Like, I don't know if you're going to be like,
I think this is how you approach it. And again, I'm not Jake, but I am a person that might like Jake. I don't know. But so I feel like what he should do is say, like, it's Valentine's Day. I don't want to, like, ignore it because, like, we're obviously, like, we've gone out and had a good time. But, like, you want to do something super low-key? Do you care about Valentine's Day? Like,
Yeah.
I think he should, like, address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
And then...
ignoring it would be weird. Address it and even wish them a happy Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. Wish her a happy Valentine's
Like, you don't have
Day.
to say, I love you, let's get married with roses.
Yeah.
Or you can just
Send
do, like...
her a bitmoji with like a heart.
There's probably one that
I
has
like
roses
that
in it.
because it's free.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I love that.
And
idea.
it's cuter.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
cuter.
Or I told somebody this the other day, like you can send her something, but send it to her like her job, so everybody around her gets jealous.
That's cute, but that's also like you have to be in a relationship.
But then I feel like
Do
you're making
you?
a bold statement.
That's,
You are-
that's what I'm saying.
I like
yeah.
it.
Unless you're ready
I mean,
to
I
marry
would be
her.
I'm
into it,
all
trust
about
me.
bold statements. Into it. Tell us more, Diggy.
Especially if you, I mean, because also, yeah, there's always a risk. Like, if this girl's not that into you, she'd be like, oh my God. I totally think you address it and you go out and do something around the date, not on the date.
I'm going to piggyback on what you just said there about that whole bold statement thing. Let's be honest. Valentine's Day as a concept is a bold statement. It means nothing other than putting it out there that somebody got you something.
Correct.
And it's like a competition. We did this for Valentine's Day, or he didn't do that. And like, it's like a test to see if somebody likes you enough. And it's like something to show on social media. It's like the ultimate envy holiday. It has no significance. That saint is not real. Like, fuck that shit. I'm sorry. Valentine's Day is for show. So if you send something to the girl's office, let's just say, now she can show it to everybody. And that's probably more important to her than you showing up for dinner at a prefix restaurant that costs a lot with other people staring at you.
Well, listen, Santa Claus was made up by Coca-Cola. So we really gonna, I mean, we all buy
but Jesus
in.
was part of it.
Yeah, but that's not
Wasn't
even
he?
what it's about anymore.
Says the
Yeah,
Jewish
people are like
girl.
forgot about the whole Jesus
I'm just
thing.
saying.
I didn't, and I'm Jewish.
Listen.
Somebody
I'm
said something
just
to him.
saying, do the people in fucking Ireland get fucked up off their faces on St. Patrick's
It's
Day?
every day.
No, they don't. So let's all subscribe to the fact that all of these things are Hallmark
They're silly.
Americanized
They're silly.
holidays. Yes, great.
Exactly.
But I think we can tell when somebody, I mean, I like to celebrate Valentine's Day. Last year I did it with my boyfriend. We had sex.
Congratulations.
We, for
You
the
will
first
probably
time,
do it again once this year,
yes,
too.
just that one day. But we celebrated, and like I didn't post any shit on fucking social media but I thought it was kind of fun to just acknowledge the day and like just be him and I, and like we did not go out. We stayed in my apartment. We like
Love it.
dressed up and cooked for each other and like talked and drank wine. Like so I think there's a way to celebrate it, and like
If you're acknowledging each other and that you care about each other, sure.
Yeah.
But like my favorite was like, I think the fat Jewish person posted something about like, let's all not post that my boyfriend in the other room got me flowers today. Like, just go in the room and say thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Totally agree.
Totally
Like, this is why I go back to the bold statement. I'm
Totally.
all for celebrating love. I kind of think you should do it every day.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
And we all do. I think it's also just like you like to give gifts, you like to give and receive, but you're not going to like not do it on Christmas. Like
Yeah.
that's the ultimate day to do it.
well,
But
I
if-
think Go ahead, Hillary.
No, I was just going to say that if you're in the right relationship, and we were previously talking about this, like if you're in the right relationship, none of these things matter, right? If he, we always say that Valentine's Day is like the ultimate test.
Yeah,
well,
like, I don't
I'm not giving my, soulmate a test. He's my
No.
soulmate. He knows, like, we're going to
knows,
eat pasta and drink wine and like.
Yeah,
He
call it a
shows up
night,
every Sunday with flowers from the farmer's market.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know.
Totally have flowers right now sitting in our house from my boyfriend. Like
Right.
it's not, it's
Yeah.
fine, but but I still, you don't want to like, I think then it takes a lot of energy to be like, ew, don't give me flowers that day. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
No.
celebrate Valentine's Day. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay,
know.
so you've obviously had a good Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, but I was single for like 10 years before that. My cat was my Valentine, and I wasn't like poo-pooing Valentine's Day. I was just like, Muggy, you're my Valentine. I love you. You're so handsome.
And he is handsome.
He is
Have you
very-
guys had a good Valentine's Day?
It's been a while since I had a really good one.
What was your favorite Valentine's Day?
You know what? Honestly, when it was simple, back in like 6th, 7th grade, when you get like you would get like the simple like candy grams or whatever.
Oh my God, we
Oh,
did
that
candy
was
grams
cute.
too.
Yes.
That's cute.
And then you literally go to school, and I mean, I was pretty popular as a kid, and it's just like all
What
these
a
girls.
shock.
I know.
Could
These
it be
girls
the
would just send them
glasses?
because like literally I did have glasses. So,
Everyone loved you.
Oh my God,
Take me
you were
for
probably
president.
so cute.
So it was just great, and that was when it was really simple. Social media has really fucked the guys, because if I'm in a relationship and we've only been like on a date for like 2 times, she's gonna stack me up against people in that same category.
Totally.
So like we've been on 2 dates, and I get her flowers like for Jack or whatever. Somebody else that girl knows that's been on 2 dates with somebody, and somebody just takes her like on a carriage ride or whatever.
Right.
Now Jack is fucked because she feels like you don't love her enough.
Yeah.
So social media has killed
You
us.
know what? Listen, you're not wrong. I think that social media does kind of like play into, it's the next step of how these things are commercialized. Social media is just what it happens to be right now.
I feel like it is the ultimate social envy. Like, you know how people say, like, if like people always get engaged and like people feel bad about themselves because they're seeing it on social media, or if they're single, or like there's just like a lot of things people put out there, like a promotion, or they just got married. And people do the comparathon with like other people just because they can see it so readily. This is like the ultimate social envy, because people are posting and it's like confessing everybody's love. Listen, I know people that have celebrated their love on Instagram and social media, and they actually hate each other.
That's what
it's all a
God,
sham, really.
yes, yeah.
That is totally
Yeah,
how
it
I feel.
kills me.
And I'm like, if you have a reason to be like hateful towards people doing that, whether or not you believe the level of authenticity is there, it's a lot or a little, like, then fucking go hate it. That's your problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
that's if you're like, ew, let's start comparing and doing all those things. That is, I think, displaced like insecurity onto the person. Like, oh, that's annoying that they're doing that. Like, just let them do it then. You know that
Well, but
marriage
if you're blasting it all over social media,
I mean, that's
Some
their.
people
I'm a
have
firm-
things to prove,
No,
apparently.
but well, that's what I'm saying.
Let 'em do
If
it.
you have to prove it,
Let 'em do
then
it.
it's not as, I don't think it's
Yeah.
as real, right?
But you've got to
'Cause
know
what are
that
you
though.
It's
proving?
like a PR campaign for their
Right.
love.
What
Totally.
are you
Exactly.
proving? If you're so
yeah.
in love and happy with the person you're with, you don't.
Which
who
is
cares?
why you don't post
I
the
had a-
lobster that I made last year for
Yeah.
my boyfriend. Like,
Yeah.
who
Oh, I
cares?
want lobster.
I was just saying that.
I
No,
would
no,
post
wait,
that
that
because that's a lot of work.
It was crab legs.
Where's
I like.
our
That's
lobster?
really good. Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Yeah, but
that's a lot of work. I would say that's like,
That is a lot of
or it'd be funny if it had a funny caption under it, like making fun of the whole thing. Like,
I got crabs for Valentine's
right,
Day.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Like
great.
my
That's
girlfriend
actually
gave me
perfect.
crabs. Like
Yeah.
that's funny because it's like making light of the situation, not
Totally,
like,
yeah.
oh, it measures the love of.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're saying. There's a level of
That
like
voice is
cheese,
that.
yeah, and then when you read the caption, that's all you hear.
Right. I say make fun of it. I've had a good Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. We made each other our favorite food and like hung out, drank a lot of wine, and like watched something like the series that we were watching, like Homeland or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. No, that's like September, but whatever it was, we were
Yeah.
watching it.
That's fun.
And it was like a normal
Low-key.
night, but we like made it date night at home and not like a home.
We found a restaurant that does not have like prefix prices. My boyfriend's daughter wanted to go to Benihana. Totally normal night. Normal night there.
Love
We're like,
that.
no, it's the same menu as always. We're like, we're going to Benihana.
But also, that's cute that you're like involving the daughter.
That's
Well,
actually
yeah,
That
of
is
course
cute.
we have to. She's gonna be like very excited about it. And she's gonna write her dad a card that like she is talk about a Hallmark holiday. They are gonna hire this little girl because she'll be like, Daddy, I love you with all my heart. I don't know what I would do without you. You're the best person in the world. I love you so much. It's like the car. You're like, oh my god.
Like, she nailed it.
Yeah. So
I'm going to call her when I need to write a
yes,
card.
you,
There you
you
go.
all contact her. And contact us on all of the socials at Complicated Show, so you can send us your questions and comments, and we will answer your questions every week, because see what we did just such a good job, Jake from Austin, Texas. So you know what to do now, don't
Yeah,
you?
you have so many opinions that you can decide
Pick
one of the four.
and let us know what happens.
Yeah, and guys, as we mentioned tonight, we're celebrating Valentine's Day, and we're gonna figure out how to approach this polarizing. Clearly, we already know everyone feels differently about this thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna approach this polarizing holiday from all angles tonight, and we're gonna give you tips and tricks how to navigate it appropriately based on your current status and also your opinion.
Yeah, and also let's just start. Like, do you think it's overrated, Diggy?
Yeah.
Do you think this holiday's overrated?
100%. This holiday is extremely, like, so overrated. I think what makes it hard is because you have to do something on the 14th, and then after that, like, do I have to continue showing my love to you? Or do I have to, like, I mean,
What do you just stop?
do you just, like, how
Stop
grand
holding-
does my gesture need? Like, do I need to buy you flowers once a year, and then that's it? Like, when do I need to stop, and when do I need to start, and stuff like that? So I just think you are, like, you have so many people you compete against, and it's just, like, you're doing it not necessarily because you love them, but because you don't want to get yelled at for not doing it.
Okay,
Which
yeah,
I think
hey,
it's kind of weird.
yeah, I got it, Hillary.
Yeah, but those are all the reasons, I guess I'm coming from just a completely different perspective, because I'm just thinking to myself, well, those are just all the reasons why not to be with that person, right?
Very
Because if
true.
you're feeling like you have to compete with other people, or if you're feeling like she's going to get mad at you, like, I just think that love, true love, should be, obviously you don't need to have a holiday to celebrate that.
Yeah.
So you should be sharing that love, ongoingly, right?
agree with you.
Yeah, yeah.
So Valentine's Day to me is just such a joke, and to me it's been something that has been, for the immature relationships, right? Because it's like, it is that test. It's like, okay, he better show up, because I've been mad at him all week, and if he doesn't show up with roses or
I like
another,
I get it.
the voice.
Totally could be that, which again
Yeah.
is not a relationship you want to be in if you're feeling that
but
way,
it's,
right?
it is
But-
funny that you get yourself, as a woman, you get yourself worked up about the stupidity of this, fake holiday.
Right. Well,
you
okay,
know?
but let's
Yeah.
just say you were with a guy.
It
Okay, and you've
doesn't-
been with him for a year. Like, you're in the relation, you're in it to win it. Like, everything's fine.
Well, then I wouldn't care,
It's like
because-
it's a normal relationship. There's not any highs or lows. It's good.
Yeah.
And he, for Valentine's Day, just didn't do anything, but not like in a mean way, and was just like, well, I love you every day. Would you be like,
I honestly, I don't think I would care, because to me, I would be like, you guys are like, what?
I wish there were more people like this.
I
That's
feel
what,
like I
because-
would care, yeah.
Because that guy is going to be, I mean, if I'm with a guy at this point, I'm just kind of like, I'm either going to be with somebody for like the rest of my life or with like nobody.
Your
so,
dog.
like,
Which
I'm
is totally fine.
Yeah.
Totally, I love my dog so much.
yeah. So it's kind of like that next guy. Same. I love my dog.
I know.
Yeah. That next guy is going to be the guy. So Valentine's Day is kind of like, okay, whatever.
I get it. It's like arbitrary in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things. But I feel like if
I'm
my
such
guy
a-
just didn't acknowledge it at all, I would be like, really?
No, I think okay, so for instance, the advice we gave to Jake, if you're going to acknowledge it at 2 dates in, I think you acknowledge it in the relationship. You say, is this important to you? I hope you know how I feel every day. Do you want to do something? We can do something. If it's not important to you, we don't have to do something. Like, I think you get on the same page, because
Yeah,
you also
that's true.
probably celebrate things the same way. You have a similar viewpoint on like the importance of certain things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he would, or you would hopefully care what the other person finds important. So
Yeah.
if you're like, I love this goddamn thing, I've been waiting my whole life for this, he hopefully would
Be like,
Right.
okay,
something.
mean
You're the
something
type
to
of
you.
girl, like,
Right.
like if you're the type of girl, yeah, exactly. If you're the type of girl that really enjoys it, then he should embrace the fact that that's just your personality,
Yeah.
and that's who you are.
Yeah.
And if you're a girl that doesn't, then he should know what type of, if the person you're with, he
Totally.
should know who you are.
I think that's good to have.
I also think maybe the first Valentine's Day you spend together, that's a thing you celebrate because that's your first. But like,
Yeah.
just like I threw a birthday party for my dog, I'm not going to do that every year. She doesn't know it's her birthday.
Oh, you don't?
No, maybe I should. I don't know, but I'm taking it 1 year at a time. But I'm
Yeah.
going to go Valentine's Day.
Fuck Valentine's Day. I'm throwing parties for my dog.
Or
Yeah.
that. I mean, listen, I love celebrating love. So for me, it might sound like I don't by my like disdain for Valentine's Day, because to me, it's single shaming. Like, I think it's the ultimate just rude holiday. I think it sucks. Christmas is for.
until you have a boyfriend.
No,
right?
I've been in relationships and I'm like, this is honestly adding pressure because we have to plan something. Like, are we getting each other like gifts? Do we have equal gifts? Is this a thing? Like, do we? Ultimately, I'd rather just say like, let's spend the night together, sure, but
Yeah.
like we don't have to make it a big thing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not an anniversary, it's not our birthdays,
Yeah.
it's not a significant date that means something to either of us. It's actually a day I celebrated with other guys before. So like, is it really special with you? I don't know. It's just a day. Somebody made me celebrate
Yeah.
it because it's on the calendar.
Yeah, no, I think that I'm acknowledging the day in my relationship. I'm in a relationship, so I can speak from that point of
Surprise!
view.
If you didn't see on her shirt, she's taken.
Taken.
But the things that have happened that have gone into the planning of like nothing different than like if we were gonna go to dinner and I saw something at the store that I wanted to get him that I
Right.
did because it's all kind of just like happening like it normally would.
Well, and you're
happen.
doing it with his daughter. I feel like it's
Yeah.
like a celebration of love more than like a you must get me a dozen roses.
Oh yeah, it's like
Okay, so you bring up a great point. Going back, Jake has just met this girl. They've been on 2 dates, but we're celebrating love. So Jake probably doesn't love her.
no,
Right.
unless
So
he does,
what
that's
are-
weird.
So that exactly. So what are we celebrating here? So are we celebrating love
Totally.
or
Romance,
potential
maybe?
for
Yeah.
love?
Potential
I
for
think that
love.
too. Like I'm a romantic. I often throughout the year say I want to do something romantic with you. Like I say it all the time. So
Okay.
it's like I'm not gonna be like on Valentine's Day. I'm like I want to do something romantic. Like I said
Okay.
2 weeks ago and 2 weeks before that. But I do think you can still kind of have a level of romance on the holiday, but without celebrating love. But yes, you're right though. If you go out to like dinner, you're gonna be around all the people that are like.
People are gonna get engaged. It's gonna be weird.
Oh,
Why do they do that on that
Oh,
day?
you can't get
I would be
engaged on
so
Valentine's
mad
Day,
if he did that.
No, but you know what? I did the math. I think I was a Valentine's baby by sex because of
Wait, no, December.
Yeah, February, December, math.
No, Jen.
10 months is when a baby comes out. It's not 9. It's a lie.
She's about 3 cups of wine in at this point. So
I had
just-
more
just
like
a heads
3
up.
sips. I wish I had more wine. Give me yours.
Jen. Yeah, you're drinking too slow. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm like
We
New
need to
Year's.
catch up.
I'm New Year's.
See? It's holidays. They bring out crazy things.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
Oh, well, I was
sure.
obviously a Valentine's baby. I hope they did something mediocre.
I hope they did something like general and not too.
Like,
over the
whatever.
top.
Like, they obviously loved each other that night because I
Okay,
came out,
you
so.
guys are.
Anyway,
What
ew.
do you think is like something that you? Let's say you are going on a Valentine's Day date, right? Like whether it's like someone you kind of know or like your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Like, what do you wear?
You're both fashionable people. Like, what do you do? It's also a
I
Wednesday.
think, yeah, well,
Like
it's
you're
a
going
Wednesday.
to like dinner or drinks or something. Like you're going out into public. Like what do you do?
I mean, it really just depends on what type of restaurant you're going to.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a fancy one or a fancy-ish.
Yeah, like nicer than nicer than
normal.
like
yeah.
Burger
I think
King.
like skinny jeans and pumps or strappy heels.
Yeah.
Or and like a cute top.
Yeah.
Maybe not like a feminist top.
That'd be kind of
not
weird
that.
on
That
Valentine's
would be
Day.
kinda weird.
But yeah, something like sexy and tight. Maybe,
Yeah.
or like a tight.
Yeah,
I would
you
say
can-
a dress, but like sometimes that could be a little overkill.
Yeah, but you
depending-
can dress down a dress with like a jean jacket or something, right? Like
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
It could be,
like,
But then,
flirty, a
how do you
sundress.
dress down like a guy? I feel like a guy. How do you dress down?
they're
How do
always
you,
dressed
like,
down.
Yeah, but it's like hard. Then it's like you're either in a fucking suit or you're like, what's the in
Oh,
between?
Well, you can answer that, but I love guys in like just a t-shirt and jeans.
Yes, me too.
Like
That's
just
my-
looking nice and
Yep.
sleek.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything else.
But how do you like make
that-
that? How, if you okay, so let's say you're like, if I fucking put on a suit, I'm gonna look like an idiot. Like I'm gonna look too serious. Like
Yeah.
I want to be a little more mellow. Like, but how do you still look like buttoned up?
That's one of the things I try to tell people. Like your personality kind of matches how you dress. If you're wearing a suit and you're not like a suit guy normally, you're gonna feel stuffy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like to do like jeans would be great. I would do something like some nice chinos with a varsity jacket and a t-shirt, or that's my thing. Like if I
Cute.
can do like dressy on the bottom and a little bit more casual up top, that shows like, okay, this guy tried, he put some effort in, but he's not wearing a suit or whatever because it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
So that's
and
what I
that's
like
like
to
a
do.
third date kind of outfit, right? Like,
perfect.
or you're going
Yeah.
to dinner, drinks, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always feel like a little bit uncomfortable if the guys dress too down, dress down too much, because I feel like, well, I just like put on this makeup. I like put together an outfit. Like I'm trying to like dress to impress as far as like I'm not showing up in my like jogger sweats that
Yeah.
I really want to be wearing.
Yeah.
But like if they're super casual, I kind of feel overdressed and I'm like, do I care more? Did I think this is like a fancier date than it is? Like I feel
Yeah,
like it
that is
starts
true. Like what you wear is sort of indicative of like what you maybe where your head's at, like when you're
100%.
dating.
Yeah. But with
Wait.
girls, though, it's so different. It's like we have to, I mean, not we don't have to. That's terrible. But like, we feel like we need to, right? So it's just, I mean,
There's
how
a
would you
little-
feel if
right,
a girl
yeah.
showed up like no makeup, jeans, and a t-shirt,
Yeah.
out to dinner, to
And
like
it's not a
nice
Sunday.
restaurant?
And it's okay. That
Yeah.
It's not the
prefacing
farmer's
that.
Yeah.
market.
It's not the
I-
next day. It's
I
not the morning
definitely
after.
agree with you. I do look at, as far as especially going on the dates, I look at the kind of effort that she put in to get ready. So
Yeah.
if she put in a lot of effort and she's running late, like, oh yeah, she definitely wanted to make sure she looked great.
So
But
she's okay to be late if she put in effort.
yeah, like if
Okay,
you
what
run,
if
if
I
you're
just
late,
sat on my
you
couch
gotta
for a
look
long time?
great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you like forgive them when they walk in the
You're
door,
like,
and you're like,
okay,
And
I see
then
what
she
you're doing
shows
here.
up and she's not looking that good, and you're like,
And you
yeah,
like, and like,
But
yeah,
what if
so
you
that's-
still know she tried, but she's just not looking that good?
If she tried and yeah,
Wait, could you even date somebody that's like not fashionable?
Yeah. What's a deal breaker for you?
deal breaker for me outside of, so if somebody like smokes cigarettes, I can't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's like,
Yeah.
because
I can't believe people
everything's
still
like-
smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, they
like, have
do.
you not seen like current TV at all, like, or any documentary, or
I
just
mean,
like living?
I
Or
just
just
don't
have
get it.
ears.
Or yeah,
Right.
I just don't get
Hello?
it. But outside of that, if you're not fashionable, I don't know. I would like to maybe like try to teach you. and
Yeah.
stuff. We can
Yeah.
kind of learn along the way.
That's
it'd be kinda
cute.
cool.
I
Well,
like
girls like
that.
shopping,
I like
so
that.
it's easy to be
Girls
like, let's
girls-
go.
Most girls.
Girls,
Right,
that's
yes,
not a-
and girls always say that about dudes. Like, I can train them. After date, like, number 3 or 4, the guy I'm with now stepped out of the car and was like, do you like my skinny jeans? I was like, he like knew that he had to go get skinny jeans.
Aw.
He was wearing like wide leg, like
boot cut jeans?
they might as well have been like True Religion, but they weren't. But they could have been.
No.
I mean,
Oh,
listen,
no.
you know
Ugh.
him. He
Sacrilege.
doesn't fucking care.
No, he definitely doesn't care.
But,
we're up
like,
to him. He
but-
wear a Patriot shirt every day.
Yeah,
I just made that
yeah.
up.
Tom Brady's
I
face
made
would
that
be
up.
on. No,
Patriots?
it's true. Yes.
When did you become a?
My
No.
family's from Boston, half of them,
Anyway,
She's mad. She's
Anyway,
from
but
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I know I'm from
Ooh.
Pittsburgh.
or whatever that place
I'm
that's
a
there.
huge Steeler. I hate the. Ugh.
Anyway,
it's fine.
okay. Well, we're
we didn't
both
speak
upset.
on Sunday.
But yeah. Oh boy, it was like that. Huh?
She posted her photo of her shirt, and I was like,
really
time
cute.
to change.
It was also from Forever 21, where you do business.
And I have
so.
the same one,
Yeah.
so maybe. Okay, but so okay, I like that. Like you got to just kind of mix it up a little bit. Like if you want to look nice, you wear a dress and you like dress it down somehow, or if you're a guy, you sort of button up somewhere.
I get uncomfortable too, though. The flip side, if somebody's dressed like if a guy is like too corporate on a date,
Oh,
like he's
God,
wearing
yeah.
like a jacket, and I feel like it's like he's like doing everything by a book he once read, and it's like too formal. Then I'm like, what are we?
Yeah, like
can't
then you
be
feel like they're
weird and-
robots
You're
or
too
something.
stuffy.
And I
Yeah.
can be quirky and weird and say the normal shit I'd say.
Because then
I'm
you
like,
feel like they're like
feel like I'm on a job
gonna tell
interview.
HR on you, or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't
No,
want that.
that's
I have
not
to
fun.
drink more for that.
Yeah, and then you really get reported to HR. So it's like, okay, so now both of you are single
Yes.
and ready to mingle.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you gonna like do for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
then?
I'll let you take that one first, Hillary.
You know, again, I'm such an anti-Valentine. I mean, you know, I'm just like, it doesn't affect me, so I'm not even thinking about Valentine's Day. Like, I totally forgot it was Valentine's Day until I came on this show. And you're like, you're single, and it's Valentine's Day.
No, but I mean, I have always had fun. Like I'd go out with my girlfriends. Or
I mean,
we'd-
I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna, I don't know.
yeah,
I
just
have
be.
just be.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna remember that it's Valentine's Day.
It's just a day.
It is.
just a
It's
day.
true.
You
It
may
is true.
wake up and not remember, but when you
When you
get-
open social
Yeah.
media,
yeah, social media,
you will
like,
be reminded.
See, but that's
You know,
the thing. It's
yeah.
social media. I mean, I'll
Social
probably
media,
be wearing
yeah.
this shirt or something just to
I'm
wear
gonna wear
it.
this the rest of my
Yeah.
life. I'm a heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker.
What? Even when I'm married, I'm still
You
heartbreaking.
got the best of me.
I know that was my
It's-
jam.
you keep
That was my
on
screen.
coming back.
That was my screen name.
Incessantly.
Heartbreaker 26.
Oh wow!
Are you
That's
surprised?
cute.
Anybody?
Why'd you have to run that game on me?
Just keep.
I didn't know quite from the start that you'd go and break my heart, but there
you
you
go.
went and did it.
Oh wow!
Keep on going.
You know all of those
All-
lyrics.
yeah.
I do actually.
We used to do a segment called Lauren's
Mariah.
Lyrics.
Mariah.
She's on fire.
Mariah.
Throwing it back. All right. So, Diggy, you? What are you doing? You're
gonna-
both in town for Valentine's
I know.
Day. This is so
Diggy.
fun.
Okay, hold on. Diggy's from Chicago, and
Yes.
Hillary is in New York, and we are gonna answer the question first, and then we're gonna talk about dating in those cities.
Okay. First thing I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna send Hillary some flowers on Valentine's Day, so she does not have to spend it alone. No,
Cute.
what I probably will do. Honestly, I don't have any plans. I'm just gonna go grab something to eat. Probably cook myself a nice dinner.
Be your own Valentine.
Wait, and he cooks, guys, in
Yeah.
case you were wondering.
What are you
so,
gonna
and
cook?
cooks.
I don't know. I literally have to go grocery shopping. I feel like maybe some tilapia.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sounds pretty good. So,
Fish is always a good idea.
yeah. So that's. I literally have no plans for Valentine's Day. So.
All right.
Again, I mean, Jen.
Oh, I was invited over by one of my best girlfriends who's married, and she wants to have a Galentine's Day at her house on Valentine's Day. I'm like, don't you have a husband? We just got you married in November. Pretty sure.
married.
I walked you down the aisle. But no, she's like, nope.
But see, that's
I want
cute.
you. I'm like,
That's cute.
I love your marriage, and I support
yeah, they're
this.
fun.
So what
Yeah.
is the husband doing?
He's gonna go hang out in his like man room.
Yeah,
and, like,
he always does that.
he's
though.
like
I don't.
he
Yeah.
collects whiskey.
That's why he
does
put a ring on it,
things.
because he was like, this girl
They
is
do
cool.
their,
That makes
but then they're
sense.
gonna do stuff on the weekend, like. I don't
They
know.
do stuff like they'll travel and
Yeah.
go play. So
See, they
like,
don't
they
need
good.
a day.
They
don't
good.
need
a
the day. Yeah.
No,
they don't need it.
In fact, a gift to her is having her hang out with me. So
Oh my
he's probably
God.
like, I'll bring you wine, ladies. Go.
I
That's
could
perfect.
not
Do
get
you.
out of the house fast enough tonight. I was like, "Where's my wine and my friends?"
Exactly. So listen, that's my night. It's so fun. And she was like, listen, if you want to make other plans, you're welcome to go do
You're like, no.
that. I'm like, look, I love this. This is,
Yeah.
I'm in.
The fact that they can talk about that, like, look, we surely just had like hang out separately on the 14th. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kinda cool. I like
That's
that.
so my this is why my whole thing with Valentine's Day is like it's such a thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No. Doesn't have to be a thing.
I'm
I like
like not even. I mean, we're going out with his daughter.
But you
so-
gotta teach her like what it is from a young age.
Totally.
So like
That's
I feel
where,
like also
let's
like
all go because it's like
love
her,
and it's family
like
and-
kind of her day at that point. It's like
Yeah.
her and her daddy, and like we keep. So there's all these. You know what they do too is all these father-daughter dances. We keep seeing them all on social media talking
Yeah.
about, and it's like what the, and so we're kind of like confused about like why there isn't one that we. So I'm like, let's make it a night where like you take her to a play and you put a corsage on her. Valentine's
that's
Day,
so
yeah, and like we take
cute.
pictures. Valentine's Day, like right now, is like
Yeah.
about that. We'll do
Yeah.
something like
well, that's like
that.
what you said. It's like
Cute,
kind of
yeah.
like youngerish. It's
It
like,
is,
Yeah.
and we're like gonna make. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like for her
Cute.
at this point, really. But like,
Yeah, it's
okay,
so-
so
I love it.
It's cute.
I love
Okay, so
that.
dating in Chicago. I lived in New York for a little bit, and I felt like dating. I've said this on the show before. In New York was so different than dating in LA. Like everything about it on the apps, like the speed of things, everything was different. So, and you've obviously been on TV dating and like in that area and then in Chicago, and like how do you feel like Chicago is unique? I know you know a lot about LA, so
Yeah.
And how is it even more unique now that you've been on TV?
shit.
yeah, because
It is.
that's fucking different.
Yeah.
It's different. It's so funny because dating in Chicago, LA is just more spread out, whereas Chicago, all the neighborhoods kind of connect and stuff like that. But
And it's cold, and
it's
so
cold.
yep.
The apps are so good in Chicago.
Like what?
For the most, like I use only use Bumble, and then I'll use the League. So I'll use those two.
Why? Why those two?
They tend to have the girls on Bumble tend to be like a little bit more established. As far as the League, obviously you have to have a LinkedIn profile. So
Yeah,
like
So is that important to you that they have a job?
now in my life, yes. I feel like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it's just like, all right, well, I can work on, not a project, that's a bad word to say, but it's like somebody who's not established and they're kind of working.
Oh my God, Diggy!
They're working.
You just called her a project. That's like calling the girl that sleeps with all the guys on the football team the team issue.
No.
Oh my God.
When I say project, I mean somebody who's like, you work at whatever and you don't know what you want to do with your life. And you're like, but
No,
now,
I can hear what you're saying. That's
but
fair.
now it's more so like I use those apps because they tend to have people like that have like established
You don't
careers
want to
or-
deal with that. Like
No.
you're established yourself, so why downgrade?
Exactly. So
Wait, I have a question for you too, though, about the Bumble thing.
Yeah.
Do you like Bumble because the girl's in charge?
100%.
I knew it.
100%.
Really?
Because
What? Give me my wine.
the,
Sorry.
the funny,
Put it
I
down.
love that.
Rude.
The fact that the girl has all the power is amazing because you know she's really interested in
Does
talking
it make
to you.
you lazier?
No.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
No.
Okay, see, I feel like people have that fear, but for me, I'm like, I don't. When I was on Bumble, it didn't. To me, like, it's not like I felt like I had to write a dissertation to the guy. I would just like send. Would this be annoying to you if I sent like a hi or
Yes.
like an emoji?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, so
Oh
you
my
want
God.
me? So you want me to like actually make the effort?
Because yes, makes effort. At least comment on one of my pictures, like, "Oh, this is a dope picture of you rock
Okay.
climbing or
Okay,
whatever,"
all right.
as opposed to hi and like, just like okay. Because if I just came up to you at a bar, it's like, "Hey," you're like, "Hey," whatever.
Weird
I
lurking.
mean, yeah, I
Weird.
guess. Hey, listen, if we're all about being on an equal playing field here, then I guess, and you're on that app and you want that to be the thing, and I'm in charge and you don't need to do shit for me and I'm independent, then fucking,
Yeah.
say something to the dude.
Yeah, so you could just say like.
I
whatever you
didn't do
message-
that, though. I was wrong. I was probably lame.
But that's why I like it so much, because the women have all the power. I feel like dating is so rough when you're like a woman, because you get harassed by all these guys, whatever, and you don't want some of the attention. Now it's like, okay, I matched, we match, whatever, and if you're interested, you let me know.
That's a good way to say it. Like, the ball's in your court. Like,
Right.
don't take it. If you're on the league, don't take it as like, I have to do the work. Take it as like, take your power.
Exactly.
However, I like that.
I think that it is terrifying. Okay, when we're all adjusting to our gender roles and what
Yeah.
we're doing now in society and stuff and technology, I think for me personally, Bumble is so terrifying.
Yeah, Jen hates it.
I hate it. I can be witty and funny all day long, but to think about what to say first, because I am so judgmental of what people say to me, I'm like, I have to craft the
I
perfect
think,
message.
Jen, but I don't think that's a gender role thing. I just think that's your personality, which is fine. I don't think
Well,
it's
I'm
that.
used to
But talking
responding.
to somebody first,
Yeah.
the first conversation you have with somebody is a text is very awkward and
Yeah.
robotic. Like I hate that. That's why I don't really.
But a
use
guy has
the-
to do it, though.
But they're so used
No, I know,
to it.
but I'm saying,
Yeah.
that's
I
why
love
I don't
that
like
about
it.
them.
I don't like the apps.
No, but I okay. So you're not
Are you on
any
any?
apps?
I got off them. I tried it. I
Okay,
tried
what
it out.
apps did you use in New York?
I used the League
Okay.
and I used Bumble and then
Okay.
Raya.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
for a
come-
second.
we have to tell a very.
Yeah, I'm not at Raya level yet, but
No. Yes,
you are.
congratulations.
No, I actually
I
respect you.
was on it
I
too.
respect you for not being on it. I have a lot of
But
issues
no,
with
it's
Raya as a
it's
concept.
terrible. No, I signed up on it right when it came out. Somebody was talking about it, and it was like right in the beginning,
Yes.
before all of the terrible things that people preconceived notions that people
for
have
people
about
without
it.
jobs,
No,
they make
it's
like
terrible.
a bench.
Oh, it's terrible. No,
And they're an actor.
but
And
those-
all the music would
terrible.
play. Did they still do that?
Yeah,
when you have the
it's
music
like-
playing.
They're so
it's-
artsy, but they cannot commit to a relationship.
Oh no, it was terrible.
so
But-
esoteric.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't like any of the apps. I liked the League the best during
Okay.
that time, just because I thought at least you have to meet. You can do education level. You could do, you can find somebody
Some
with a
criteria,
job. Like,
yeah.
he has a
But
job. Okay,
is,
great.
Is somebody with a job important to you? Now you run a company. You
Yeah.
are in business with Mark Cuban. You won 500,000. Whatever. You've got all your stuff going on
Yeah.
in your career life. Is somebody with a career important to you?
It's not necessarily he has to be successful in his career. I just want somebody who has ambition. Like, I am very ambitious, right? So like I work all the time. I'm very motivated. I have so many goals and dreams I want to reach that I want to have a partner that is interested in those kind of things, because
like that.
we can team up together and like go fight the world.
And whatever
you
level
know?
that lands at is fine, as
Yeah.
long as they're have that mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care. Like, if he's a bartender at night because he's, trying to pay the bills so he can go to law school and get his law degree, like, yeah, okay.
Totally.
Like, I like that. Okay.
And like for you,
Yeah.
Diggy, like you have a job that you were just at like 9 to 5 or whatever the hours were, but then you also did this whole other side thing, like with your blog and your like. So you must feel the same way, right? Like,
I just want you to have your passion, like something you're passionate about. It could be something you don't make money off of or whatever, but as long as you have something where you're always, striving to be better or whatever, like you're not just sitting at home not doing anything. And that's what I love. So
Okay.
Yeah.
you don't need to make $1 million. I don't need to make $1 million, but as long as we both have something that we
Yeah.
like to do together,
Like you get up with a purpose.
you get it with a purpose.
Yeah.
Totally.
And also, I think it's really hard when you are someone like that. I'm very similar to all of this, obviously.
yeah, I mean, we are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me to be with somebody that doesn't understand that, like, all of a sudden, like a new like business idea will spur, like, or like that I have to send emails at 10 o'clock at night, or that I choose to do this because I want to and I'm passionate about it and I like love business, and like maybe we're doing something and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I gotta call Lauren because it's a great idea for the show or whatever it is. Like, if they don't get that and they don't understand my passion, I'm like, I can't
Yeah, it's
be
smart.
with you.
Yeah, and it's also fun if you have somebody that like gets your ideas and that is interested in starting new companies, it's fun to have somebody that you can kind of bounce ideas off, and then you can kind of start
Totally.
forming something. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool, let's do that. And then like your night spent together is not like, Valentine stuff. It's like putting a business plan together.
Oh my God,
Like,
That would
fun.
be romantic.
Wait, actually-
Jen would lose her shit.
I just fell in love with you, first of all, also.
I feel like Diggy and Hillary could like blend their love for fashion
Yeah.
together, even if it was just a business, or maybe it would turn into a.
We don't know. We don't know what happens here. Things are
just
kooky on the
saying.
show.
Say it, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You're
but
both
I
wearing
think
black?
that-
I don't know.
I feel like though that even just knowing that, right? Like the fact that you guys have these common things, like that's like a start. So if you're on a dating app and you know that, like, oh my God, wait, we're both kind of into fashion, like you can put those pieces together, and then like you already know that. So dating apps can be a little weird, but like it also does give you that edge to like read information about someone and kind of
Yeah.
go, okay, the
But-
chemistry is up to
That's
life.
harder.
Yeah.
But
But-
what about people that make up like their bios? That was the other thing that I was
Yeah.
kind of worried about with some of these guys. They would have their credentials and then you would Google them, because of course I would Google them and I'd be like, okay, where do they really work? I'd look up their LinkedIn profile or whatever, and they would just have things that weren't really real, and so sometimes
Okay, so and that's understandable. You can do that. I get that happens. But like when you're so in New York, and I know you're very busy, like
Yeah.
Diggy, you're very busy, and I think in Chicago it's probably different, I think, than New York due to the weather.
There's
Yeah.
seasons, and cuffing
What
is
do
a
you mean?
real
New York
thing.
is
Yes,
really
it
bad
is.
too.
Did you have a winter girlfriend?
No, but
Yeah.
See,
wait, did you come?
You have a girl just for winter?
obviously
Cuffing
it's
season.
cold.
Yeah.
What?
No, but Chicago's way colder
It's
than
like
New
the
York.
windy, cold
What is
Chicago-
this?
shit.
Wait, you don't know what
Chicago?
cuffing season is?
No.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Hillary,
This
and you
is
live in a
great.
cold place.
This
Diggy.
is great.
Educate.
Boom, cuffing season starts.
Wait, cuffing season by Diggy Moreland.
Yes, it starts.
It's a noun.
It starts right after like maybe early December, and it's pretty much in Chicago. You don't want to go out, wait in lines because it's super cold, and you don't really meet new people. You develop roughly like a couple relationships,
A
probably
couple?
no more than 2 to 3. Where you literally have that person like, hey, you want to come over and watch This Is Us
Cuddle.
or whatever, cuddle,
This
stuff
is
like that.
warm
Oh,
blanket.
Yeah.
that is
Oh my God,
stepping low,
Diggy.
Diggy.
I just started watching that
Diggy.
show. I am obsessed.
Diggy.
Okay, well, so that's
crying.
why.
You gotta get ready to
So then what happens
cuddle and
when it's
cry.
done?
I know. When This Is Us is over, or cuffing
Oh.
season. Cuffing season.
I was
don't
like,
need
I
to
don't
know
know.
what
I don't
happens
know what
after.
I'm gonna do.
We're
when it's
figuring
over.
it out.
But-
He's in LA now, so he's obviously deserting it.
Cuffing
thing is-
season ends like around
Valentine's Day.
after New Year's, and you're like, okay, bye, gotta go. Holiday season.
No, actually, it's
But
like
Chicago-
Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day, guys.
Ooh, now see, here's the thing. You have to maybe end it prior to Valentine's
Well, that's
Day.
what I mean.
Yeah.
That's when
So-
people start. It's like the same idea where like
So-
then they get into like a 3-month thing right before summer, and then they lose their summer.
Oh, but
Yeah.
summer in Chicago is its own
It's,
thing.
oh my
Right.
goodness, it's great.
People
We're blowing
lose
Hillary's
their
mind,
shit.
by the way. Look at his face.
But that's
So-
what I'm saying. But hold on, though. That's why dating in different cities is a real
the
fucking
struggle
thing.
is real
Because
when you're dating in the city, any city.
any city. Because Chicago, it's really driven by the weather, and
100%.
that's
So girls know this.
It's an
Yes.
agreement.
Yes.
Like you're like,
Oh.
hey, I'm not really looking for anything serious. Oh, neither am I.
You
It
couple
happens to be
up.
cold. Like
you
it's
like.
cold
I
out.
want a cuddle buddy. I'm cold.
And there's
Yeah.
holidays and like
LA,
gotta
that's-
have a date for New Year's, I guess, because it's
Like
cold.
right?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, you want to like partner up with somebody because you
Oh my
feel
goodness.
yeah. Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
Could have done this in New
crazy.
York. It's
Okay, but
cold
New
there
York.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, but in
What's
New
it like
York-
there?
Yeah, like how do you feel like if you're not on the apps, right, and you're not like this thing agreement that happens with the weather and the city and the
Yeah.
type of people that it's a thing. What do you do? How do you meet people in New York then?
It's so weird. I guess I'm really boring when it comes to this answer, but I've gotten off the apps. I just really want to meet somebody organically.
Yeah.
I'll go out. I don't go out a lot. I mean, I'm not going to clubs, but I like to go to dinners. My friends will always have like little, group dinners or whatever, and I feel like maybe potentially at that, one of those things I'll maybe
could meet
meet somebody. But I've become really kind of content just I work a lot. I'm very busy. I've become pretty content with just doing my own thing and enjoying me and in my own time. I've always been in serious, long relationships,
Oh.
always with like the wrong person. So back to back, long relationships. So I'm really enjoying this time, me
Good.
time.
You should.
But it's funny because I'm not even trying. So I think maybe at that point, you probably will stumble upon somebody.
I think so.
But it's
If you're open to it too, yeah.
What scares me is because I'm becoming so content with being on my own that I'm feeling like
It's gonna happen and you don't want it to.
well, it's
No.
gonna happen, and then I'm feeling like when I'll go on a date, like once in a while I'll go on a date if I feel I'm like kind of forced to do it, and it's like I'll be sitting there and I'll think to myself like, oh my God, like I'm starting to feel the weight of like, oh my God, I'm gonna like I don't know if I can deal with like his issues, like I can't, it's weird. It's
I felt like that right before I met
Yeah.
the guy that I was with, and I remember
Yeah.
being like, oh.
But it's good because I think
Yeah.
at that point you're just becoming really particular of what you
Yes.
want, as opposed to I know a lot of my friends at this point when they're meeting they're kind of more so just looking for a willing participant at this point. They're just like, I just want any guy, doesn't matter if he wants to get married and who has a job. And that's it.
No, we're
Like,
not
Wait.
old enough to settle for a companion.
No, of course, no. But some
Some
girls
people
feel
do,
that
yeah.
rush.
They have
feel,
a path, and they're like, well, by this age, I
Yeah.
should be doing this, and
Yeah.
by this,
Yeah.
I have to have kids, and it's a whole
That's
thing.
less
and-
for a guy, right? Do
Oh,
you
for
think?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And so it's funny that they're just looking for. I have this one good friend that is literally. I hope she doesn't watch this. She literally.
Oh, she's watching.
Everybody watches this,
She
Hillary.
literally.
So you're fucked.
Sorry.
It's primetime television, Hillary. Come on.
Literally, she will go out. She just like whoever. It doesn't matter who the guy is. She'll just go back to back. Okay, are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna
She
marry me?
falls in love
No.
with every guy.
She has a ring ready. It's sitting there. It's her mother's. I've known her a long time, so
Whoa.
she has a ring.
Wow.
Yeah, it's her grandmother's ring. And she just has it waiting for the guy that's ready to do
No.
it. And she thought the past guy was going to do it. I'm like, don't you care about who the guy is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like next
You
one,
know,
next in line. Come
yeah.
on down. You're the next
Yeah.
contestant.
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
okay,
it's
wait.
bad.
So saying what you're saying, like, okay, I know that I face the age-old Jewish fucking tradition where my mom still calls me and she's like, "You're in your 30s, you're still single. I think you need to go to temple tonight and like meet someone." I'm like, "That's not how it happens, lady. This is the 2018s." Like I think things are different. You're in your 30s, like you are doing a lot of things that people in their 40s and 50s didn't even do. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you're doing it now, like. And you're doing a million things. Like everyone's doing stuff that's different than they did in the past. So like
Correct.
relationships obviously fall into line at a different time. We have different perspective. We have different wants.
Totally.
Like, I mean, the fact that you're both on the league, I love that about you both. But like, obviously, career is important to you. Like, what do you think has changed, like, in your perception of relationships? Like, where did you see yourself 10 years ago? Were you married already by now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had like 6 kids by now in my head.
I did too.
You know?
I didn't because I don't
Yeah.
want 6 ever.
But you know what's
Oh, I
interesting?
wanted 5.
I'm convincing
I wanted
myself to have
5
one.
kids in my 20s. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but what's interesting is now when I look back, I'm so happy that it's going to happen a little bit later.
I agree.
I'm still going to have those kids, and I'm still going to, and those things are going to
6?
happen, but like, well, maybe adopt a couple.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
That's
Hillary.
awesome.
You're like the Angelina Jolie of fashion.
You are so sweet. I would never.
Why is that such
No, I mean, I
feel like
basically
that's not
have
like a-
adopted. I mean,
Yeah, she's really cute too. You lucked out.
is very
She's a
cute.
star.
she is.
And
a
she
star.
writes
She
Hallmark cards.
legit sings like
No, she's
she
really. Guys,
emo
you need to
writes
know her
songs.
name.
She's like is in her
Stella.
room singing. Like I'm listening to her. She's like, I'm
She
like,
also
oh my
plays
God.
fake manicure salon thing, and like you better
that's
step in
cute.
line
That's
or
cute.
else.
She's no joke. But yes, it is not like you. We all thought like when I was fucking 21, I was like, I am married with 8 kids already. Like, like seriously.
My kid should be on their first bar mitzvah.
I know. And then you think, but don't you think like, oh my God, what was my mom doing at this age? Like, my
Yeah,
mom had like
you.
my mom
Yeah,
had like a
yeah.
10-year-old.
Well, times
Yeah.
have changed.
My
though,
mom didn't.
so-
I
I
wasn't born yet.
completely changed. I know, but it's so funny when I talk to my parents about if I go on a date or about some of the guys that I've gone out with. They can't even believe it because when they were 32, they were married with 2 children and
Is your family in New York?
No, they're in Pittsburgh.
Oh, right, that's right.
But it's
Not
funny because
Philadelphia.
they will literally just be like, these guys are like, they just think it's gonna happen like an old fashioned movie
Yes.
where I'm just gonna show up to the cocktail bar and the guy's gonna just like sweep me away. Like,
And might happen though.
Yeah, and very well.
Wait,
could
does
be.
that happen? Do you sweep people away?
Do you
I,
ever have-
actually, I try to, because I actually had this discussion with somebody else recently. I love to meet people organically, and I just feel like it's so hard. The thing is with Chicago, especially now in the winter, you guys, all the women are bundled up, gloves, whatever. I can't tell if there's a wedding ring or whatever.
Oh, I was
So-
going to say you can't tell what their body looks
yeah.
like.
Well, I mean, that too.
Let's be
Way.
real. Yeah.
Like their
But-
shirt might say taken, and you would never know
I
because
would
they have
never know.
17 sweaters.
Exactly. So that's the one thing I do like about the apps is like for the
You
most
get
part,
some information.
Yeah.
all the people on these apps should be single.
You moved your
Whereas-
wine to
They're
the
not
other side
always
of the
with-
table. You
I did.
bitch.
That was very
You're
smart.
very slow.
I was thinking about a bar. No, but that's a good point. Like you see, the weather dictates.
That's even not even
So we're
necessarily
screwed
that.
in LA, huh?
Yeah, you guys are kind of screwed.
Because
Yeah.
we have to let it all hang out. Well, you're
That's
from
right.
Miami. It's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even used to this much clothing.
She's
Yeah.
not. It's true.
It's hard for me to
I
layer. I don't
meanwhile,
get
I'm
it.
sweating all the time, and like, can we just move to the East Coast because the fucking weather annoys me? But I know that I'm making like a complaint that everyone would be
Yeah.
annoyed at.
Yeah, I know.
I want to bundle
That's why you
up.
moved to Chicago, because you have all 4 seasons.
I know. See.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So are you staying there forever?
I don't know. I mean, I love LA. I come here anytime I get a chance.
What if you fall in love with somebody in LA?
I mean, I'm very open to moving, so we can see what happens.
Oh.
Then I think that's good. I think it's
nice.
all about being open.
Yeah.
Celebrating Valentine's Day, if your partner wants to or not. It's about being open, maybe trying an app or maybe not. When you go out, if you're not on the apps, when you go out, be open to like meeting people. Like Hillary's like, I go to the dinner party because I might meet somebody. Like, you just have to be open.
This was a lovely conversation. You know what else is?
What?
Our game.
I know. We're going to play our game real quick. Conversation Hearts Part 2, guys. Because
'Cause
we
we played
played this
last year.
game last year and we're bringing it back for like date number 2 because we think it's cute.
I'm scared.
And we've all
Yeah.
given out,
Like,
we've
what is
all
this
given
game?
out conversation hearts in our lives. But like, did you ever wonder, like, am I giving this? What is this conversation?
When
heart?
you
Am I
say be
giving it-
mine,
What
did
if-
you really
yeah,
give
like,
it to the right girl?
What if you gave it
or
to the
guy?
wrong one? And like, so we, luckily, we have you two with impeccable style and wit here in our studio, and we are going to list types of men and women, and we need Diggy and Hillary to give us a phrase that the conversation heart will fit that type. So we can
We're going to
help-
describe
What?
someone,
Yes.
and you have to
Okay.
create what the conversation heart would actually say. Like,
So
you know,
like be mine or like
right?
No, well, yeah, like,
but
we'll
whatever
tell you this person.
you name things, you put things on T-shirts. So you guys got to come up with phrases for
That
conversation.
fits that-
Okay, for instance, if you're going to give a conversation heart to someone in their 20s, what does it say?
What would it say?
Oh man.
go home.
I was thinking right now. So okay.
Okay.
That
All right.
makes
Okay,
sense.
I like it.
You guys
Okay,
interpret
what
that
about
how
a
you will.
divorcee?
Let's see. What
Let's
goes
see. I like that. That's
on
cute.
here. I don't know.
Like that. I actually do like that.
Let's see. You could agree with her.
I know, that's fine.
I'm gonna go with one more chance.
Oh,
that's
Only
cute. That's
one.
Cute. That's cute.
Only
That's
one.
Only one.
Not two.
That
love
was
it.
better than mine.
No, together you
Together.
guys made a lovely.
See, I think we should
response.
collaborate.
Yeah. Okay. How about someone who has 2 or more cats?
Ooh.
It's over for you.
Yeah, no.
No, just no.
Just no. Wait. By the way, there should be a conversation heart that says no.
What about a girl that
Nah.
likes guys that are 5'10" and over? Only.
Only.
That's for him. I mean, I don't
What are you talking about here?
That's a tough one. Stop being picky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever. What about to somebody who wants a booty call?
Next.
I like next.
Here's my
Greg?
number.
And then we will end the game there. Oh my
Man.
God, that was so good. And a very telltale sign of the different sexes that are here. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We had so much fun. Tell
Okay.
everyone where they can find you, Diggy.
Instagram and Twitter, Diggy Moreland. And then my website, www.morethanattie.com.
Where you post like weekly things about like you
Yeah.
guys need a Valentine's Day gift for a
Yeah.
guy. Here, I'm here for you.
Or what to wear
Yep.
on a Valentine's Day? You heard it here and probably on your website.
Yes, and Hillary.
At Hillary Novell, Hillary with 1 L, or at the Style Club LA and
And then in-
styleclub.com.
And in stores, we can see your stuff in Forever 21.
Forever 21, Macy's, Nordstrom, PacSun,
Lou and Gray.
Lou and Gray.
That's new, right?
Yes.
What's
Great.
happening there?
We're doing a club.
Oh.
A bunch of teas.
Oh my God, I
Love
love it. Okay, so we'll look for that too.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Jen, where can everyone find you?
Guys, you can find me on every dating app. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
That was awesome.
Valentine's Day, I just had to say it. No, you can find me at home at my married friend's house. You can find me at Jennifer Golden on all the social media platforms. That's Jennifer with one N, one F for you, Lauren. And where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me at Lauren Leonelli on all the social medias and my website. And don't forget to tune in next week. We've got our fellow AfterBuzz TV host and producer Daryl Kristen coming in, and follow us on all the socials at Complicated Show. We will see you next week. Not enough wine.
Love you long time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.